Jade. So today we're going to be learning the colors in Japanese. To make this more interesting for everybody, and also myself, I'm going to be holding up different colored items that I have lying around my bedroom. Okay, so let's start with red. Red in Japanese is aka. When you describe something as red, though, you would add an E to the end of it. So for example, akai tako. Tako is octopus. So red octopus, akai tako. If you want to say, this octopus is red, you would say, kono tako wa akai. If you'd like to say that in a polite way, you would say, kono tako wa akai desu. I realized while making this video that I don't have any orange clothes and I don't really have many orange objects. So how do you say orange in Japanese? Orenji. Orenji. So this is a frisbee on my head. In this case, you wouldn't say orenji I to describe a word. You would say orenji iro no whatever you're describing. Iro means color in Japanese. So orange colored blah blah. Orenji iro no frisbee. Orenji iro no botoru. And yes, you should notice that these words are spoken in a kind of Japanglish, which is quite common for a lot of words in Japanese. So if you're a native English speaker, sometimes you can just get away with saying an English word in a way that sounds Japanese. So again, you could say, kono frisbee wa orenji iro desu. Or, orenji iro no frisbee. Fun fact, in Japanese there is no word for ginger, so to describe my hair, people call it orenji. Guys, I just found an orange cap. Now that I look darling, let's say the word yellow, which is kiro. Kiro. I also have these dashing glasses, but it looks like I've got eyes from my circle light. Okay, so for example, to say yellow sunglasses, you also add an E to the end. So you would say kiroi sunglasses, kiroi ahiru, ahiru duck. Kiroi ahiru. Or you could say kono ahiru wa kiroi. Kono ahiru wa kiroi desu. Green! How do you say green in Japanese? Midori, midori. As with orange, in this case you would add iro at the end of it. So, midori iro no pineapple. Midori iro no kaeru. Kono pineapple wa midori iro. Kono pineapple wa midori iro desu. Blue! My favorite color, by the way. Love blue. So how do you say blue in Japanese? You say ao, ao. And in the case of blue too, you add an E at the end, aoi, before you describe an object. So for example, aoi hon. Although I guess this is a Kindle, not really a book. Aoi Kindle or aoi kujira. Wait, is Nina a whale or is she a dolphin? I'm not sure, maybe she's a dolphin. Aoi iruka. Or you could say, kono iruka wa aoi desu. Kono hon wa aoi. Purple! I also don't seem to have very many purple objects in my house. These were literally the only things I could find. So, murasaki, murasaki. I have sometimes also heard the Japanese say purple, so, you know. For anyone who's wondering what this is, by the way, it's a little house filled with nuts and food for my small animals. So, with murasaki, you would add iro to the end of it. Murasaki iro no ie. Ie means house. Kono ie wa murasaki iro desu. Before we go on, as in English, orenji in Japanese is both a color and a fruit. Meaning that if you say the phrase, this bag is orange, as kono kaban wa orenji desu, it could actually mean this bag is literally an orange. That's why it's important to add the word iro to the end to clarify that it is actually the color orange you were referring to and not the fruit. Kono kaban wa orenji iro desu. For the other Japanese colors that require iro at the end, it's not as important to say iro because you're not going to confuse it with anything else. So to say this bag is pink, you can say kono kaban wa pink desu. Or you can say kono kaban wa pink iro desu. Iro is more correct, but both will be understood. So, how do you say pink in Japanese? Pink. To describe things, you would add iro to the end. So, pink iro no buta. Buta is pig. Kono buta wa pink desu. Black! I look quite witchy right now, don't I, with my little black hat. So, black in Japanese is kuro. Kuro. To say a black something, in this case you would also add e to the end. So, for example, kuroi neko. Oh, this cat's a little bit squished. Kuroi neko. Or alternatively, kono neko wa kuroi desu. White. To say white in Japanese, it's shiro, shiro. To say something is white, you would add e to the end. So for example, shiroi kuma. But actually the word for polar bear in Japanese is shirokuma. So it's literally white bear. So let's try over here instead. Shiroi iruka. This is a dolphin, by the way. Shiroi iruka. Or alternatively,
このイルカは白いです。
or
このシルクマは白いです。
splendid! Finally, gray. How do you say gray in Japanese? I've mostly heard people say gray, but there is also an official Japanese word which is hairo, which is the color of ash, literally. So, to say gray bag, you would say gureiro no kaban or hairo no kaban. Kaban is bag, by the way. You could also say このカバンはグレーです。このカバンは灰色です。Although, like I say, I've never heard anyone say hairo before, so I guess everyone just says gray. I'm also just gonna do brown as I am because I don't own anything brown. So to say brown in Japanese, it's chairo, chairo, which literally means tea color. So for example, to say brown tree, you would say
茶色い木。
or you could say
この木は茶色いです。
Okay, let's recap. Red, aka, red apple, akai ringo. Orange, 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 orange iro no orange. Yellow, kiro, yellow lemon, kiroi lemon. Green, midori, green lime, midori iro no lime. Blue, ao, blue blueberries, aoi blueberry. Purple, murasaki, purple aubergines, murasaki iro no nasu. Pink, pink, pink peach, pink iro no momo. Black, kuro, black blackberries, kuroi blackberry. White, shiro, white radish, shiroi daikon. Gray, gray, gray mushrooms, gray iro no kinoko. Brown, chairo, brown coconut, chairoi coconuts. For your reference, here are all the colors that need e added to the end when describing an object. And here are all the colors that need iro added to the end when describing an object. Great job!
And that concludes our lesson for the day on the Japanese colors. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. And if you have any comments or questions, then please leave them down there for me. Like it and of course subscribe to get more lessons. Bye guys!